Hey there everyone, and welcome to another episode of Friday Fish Files. In case you haven't noticed already by now, most of the fish that I've been talking about have kind of been fish that are either a little bit rare or underrated in the hobby. And today's fish is no exception. Now, I don't have this fish in my collection anymore, but at one point I did, and if I ever get the chance, I will keep them again. And that is the Buenos Aires Tetra. So the Buenos Aires Tetra, or Hyphessobrycon anisitsi, is quite a good looking fish in my opinion. Its fins get a really nice bright orange, and in the right light, its sides get a really nice, almost greenish bluish tinge to them. Now this fish has been in the hobby for quite some time, so it's unfortunately kind of become a little bit of an underrated species and doesn't quite get the attention it probably once did. They're pretty easy fish to take care of. They don't really require very demanding water parameters. They can handle quite a range of temperatures, and they're very easy to feed as well. Now, these guys are a South American tetra, so they do come from the Amazon region, mostly from Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina. And like many species of tetras, they can often be found in clear water and black water. Now, as far as tank setup for these guys, like I said, they can handle quite a range of water parameters and temperatures. Anywhere from 64 degrees to 82 degrees Fahrenheit is good for them. pH anywhere from mid-range 7 and up to a little bit harder into the 8s. Now they do reach a little bit larger than most tetras. Males usually going to see them reach about 2.5 inches, and females I've had some of them get even up to close to 3 inches. So they're quite a bigger fish. And they are quite an active swimmer. So I would recommend at least a 40-gallon, probably a 40-gallon breeder, just to give them that extra bit of footprint. But of course, if you go bigger, that's not going to be an issue. And with like most tetras, you want to keep them in a school of at least 6. These guys can be a little bit nippy to other tank mates if there's not enough of them in the tank. And when it comes to feeding these guys, they will take everything. Flake, pellet, frozen, rapashi, they are not picky at all. Now, these guys can be kept in a planted aquarium. However, they will eat certain species of plants. Not all of them, though. From my experience keeping them, they tend to like a lot of the more softer species like pearlweed, rotala. I've seen them pick at java fern when they were first introduced to the tank, but after that, they left it alone, probably because it was a little bit tough and the taste probably wasn't too pleasant for them. Now, one plant that I discovered they eat which really comes in handy is duckweed, and this seemed to be a favorite to the ones I kept. And I found that when it came to eating plants, they much preferred to eat off of the surface than off of the middle or bottom of the tank. So having duckweed in the tank for them was really helpful. They really ate that, and I found that the more duckweed they got, the less they would eat other plants in the tank. Breeding these guys is not difficult at all. Even in a community tank, they may even breed for you. I've had at least 7 or 8 babies from separate spawns survive in a community tank, and that's with Bolivian rams, corridoras, and other tetras in the tank. So if there's enough cover in the tank, don't be surprised if you start seeing babies popping up here and there. Well, like always, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. As I like to do, I'm going to pose my usual question. Have you kept Buenos Aires tetras before? And what do you think about them? To me, they're really underrated fish, and I would like to keep them again. I'll see you next week for Fish Food Fridays.